it's finally come, Brian. The day is here, and probably the most hyped anime I can think of in a very long time. That's not a sequel. See, usually you get like, Attack on Titan got a little bit of a rumbling when it first hit, and then everything after that was hype. But holy crap, I have not seen this in a long, long time. Chainsaw Man. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Anime-Versal Reviews podcast here on the GenreVerse Podcast Network and YouTube channel. Please do hit the red subscribe button if you're watching. Follow us on whatever podcast app you might be listening on. Be sure to check out the website, lrmonline.com, every day for all entertainment news, needs, and opinions. I'm Kyle. That's Christine. That's Brian. He has a YouTube channel called PulpMythos. He'll tell you more about it later on in the episode. But we got Chainsaw Man to talk about tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And you may have already seen Christine and I react to it on the YouTube channel. But let's get Brian's reaction. Spoiler free, of course, to start.
All right, spoiler free. I'm gonna try and make this short. I have no idea what your two opinion of the show is. We haven't texted, we haven't spoken.
Nope.
I did not
one thing.
I didn't have a chance to watch the reaction video, so I don't know. But I will tell you this: for me, this may be the greatest thing I've ever seen. I got to the end of the episode, and I stood back and I said, "Is this the greatest first episode of not just anime, but maybe anything that I've ever seen?" I'm going to be, wow. I mean, I was blown away by it. It's everything I wanted it to be. It did a lot of things that shocked me, and not the violence. I'm talking specifically, the emotional side of things. I genuinely got emotional a couple times, and I'm like, what? What is happening?
First episode.
What is this?
It's been 15 minutes. What the hell?
I was amazed at the pacing, at the writing, at obviously the action, the gore. Yeah, phenomenal. That's my quick take.
Damn, that's a good take right there, Christine. Now with a little bit more room to breathe without giving too much away. What did you think about this first episode?
I loved it. I don't know what else I could add to what you just said. But yeah, it was great.
I've been thinking about this all day. So.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It went above and beyond what I was expecting. Like Brian said, the emotional stuff. There's I couldn't think of a better way to word it at the time. I said there's a lightheartedness to all this, as dark as
Which is insane. I know.
Yeah.
As dark as it is, I don't feel like I'm watching some of the darker, more depressing type things, like a Goblin Slayer or something like that. I'm not there, even though there's awful things pretty on par with some of the gruesome things that happens in that show. And I really think it all comes down to Denji and his kind of positiveness, his simplistic outlook on things, for better or worse, and his desire to just achieve a normal life where he can have jam on toast like that.
That speech, I got so emotional. I was like, what am I feeling like?
Yes, it's like one of those shows that you can watch where you can get your gore fix in, but it's not gonna like put down your mood or anything. So it's like you walk away excited.
Yeah,
well, at least so far.
So I'll start with this because I've been on a bit of a kick on critics these days. If you follow me on Twitter, you can get a whole slew of hot takes, including my recent ones against people that do give A+ to just anything and everything. I'm looking at you, Nick Dahl, at Geeky Nick Dahl, co-host Marvel Multiverse Mayhem with myself. And then you got those that conflate what they like with grading something. They as subjective as grading something can be, you got to have some sort of objective, like bounce off points, things that you're looking for. You could love something but know that it's not well executed or well put together. I point to little monsters all the time. So with that being said, how do I grade this episode? It's like it's the first episode. If you just throw an A+ out there, man, like where does it go from there? And I don't give a damn. It's an A+. So what do you think, Christine?
I can't argue with that. Yeah, same.
Brian?
So I was going to ask you, this is your show, this is your setup. Is there anything higher than an A+? Do you have a golden A? Is there, because I was like, yes, I'm going to give it an A+, but I'm like, this was more than that to me.
How about we do create one? It gets like a, maybe we'll have to come up with a name for it, but we'll work in the AVR star, like an A star or something like that. Something is it really that good, Brian? It's above and beyond the A+. Perfect. This goes up to 11 instead of 10.
Yes.
All right, I'm down with it. All right, we'll work and see if we can't come up with a special AVR grade situation, but it is always hard to do that though when you look at a first episode. But again, there's so much that this does right, and we'll get into it here in a second, like right now. So there's your spoiler warning. We're going to talk about it. If you guys have not seen the episode yet, go watch it, come back, and we'll chit chat about it. So let's just go spoilers with the stories. We'll talk some movie references. We can include the gore and horror type elements that are in there. I'm going to bring up some comments that were shared with us, and then we'll talk about the art and the music and some of those movie references in the OP and things like that. But the story here just knocked me away because I was not expecting to meet a kid that's sold his body parts.
Yeah.
And is being threatened to earn money. Go whore yourself. It doesn't matter. I don't care how you get it. Just get some money. And this kid is indebted not because of his own doings, but because of his freaking dad's doings. Full of heart, man. Denji just has this bright outlook on things where he's not even grasping for much, and he even says it there on his deathbed. And I don't want anything much. I just want a normal life. I don't need to be rich. I don't need any of that. And you feel for him, man. Do you feel for him, Brian? Take us through your thoughts watching this origin story, because that's what this is.
That's absolutely
origin story.
I was very impressed with the way they jumped through time, or flashbacks, or whatever you want to call it, because like you said, in the course of the 22 or so minutes, we really truly understand the character, like everything about him, from the fact that he's indebted because of his father, how he wants to live, he wants a simple life, but he had to do what he had to do. The fact that he is willing to not go on the run or whatever, maybe he didn't have a choice there, but the fact that he just always tries to stay positive no matter what. Loved it.
Yeah, absolutely. Christine?
I mean, the guy got rid of depth perception because he was desperate for money. I mean, oh my God.
Yeah. Especially someone that's got to fight. Giving up depth perception's not necessarily the best idea.
You should keep selling your liver. Like, they'll take half and just wait for it to grow back. But yeah, it was crazy. And it's also cool that, of course, he's not alone through this. He meets his little chainsaw sidekick.
Pochita, yes.
Yeah.
So good.
I love the chainsaw dog. Not at all. It was both what I thought it would be, but then not what I thought it would be when you find out that it because Denji's willing to sacrifice himself, Pochita's willing to sacrifice itself in a way to merge with him after what a brutal murder, man. Like, holy crap. The scene in the warehouse, when you think it can't get any worse, it can't. It just gets better.
Well, that's
so much better.
One of the
gory.
brilliant things about this one episode was the fact that their initial meeting was there was a necessity. is the thing. I forget what they call the chainsaw dog. Or
Oh,
pup,
Pochita.
Pachita, was dying, was hurt,
Mm-hmm.
and so he's like, okay, I will feed you, but in return you have to help me. So there was a necessity there, but then they
Yeah.
they legit bonded, they legit cared about each other, and that story was told so perfectly in the course of 3 or 4 sort of important scenes. I mean, like I said, I was just shocked at how much I was connecting with everything that was happening.
It's a very, very tight episode. Everything you need to know to be invested in this character now, even up into seeing after the transformation, after merging with Pochita, so to speak. Well, not so to speak, after merging with the damn thing. Excuse me. You get a taste of him kind of enjoying the release of the anger and the aggression and a bit, and that's still a very, very human thing to have as well. So I am too blown away by how much they did with this story, and have us really set up just to go full bore ahead, man. I cannot wait until next week. So, as I'm looking up these comments, Brian, the horror references are somewhat obvious. There's some Evil Dead, there's some Texas Chainsaw, and I was told multiple times that Texas Chainsaw inspired the author for this anime, or the manga and now anime. But one thing I don't know if everyone caught, I figured you might have, but I think the way he was fighting, the spin moves and stuff like that, was even a throw to Texas Chainsaw, and the rage that Leatherface has at the end when he's flailing about with his chainsaw. I don't know. Did you catch that? Do you think that was on purpose?
It was definitely. It was the tagline in one of the chainsaws. The saw is family, and so this is very much that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I absolutely. You saying that makes complete sense. That that franchise was inspiration.
Nice. What else did you kind of notice, and in your feel for horror, how would you rate this as playing in that field, man?
Top tier, because not only in the course of one episode, not only did we get all the chainsaw stuff, like you said, things like Evil Dead, Chainsaw Massacre, the little known horror film called Motel Hell. Look it up if you haven't seen it. So there's a lot of cool, chainsaw stuff. But then zombies. I mean, the whole ending, it's zombies, and really well done zombies. And like you said, we get to see someone essentially torn apart and murdered. And then demons are devils.
Yes.
Several different versions throughout the course of it. So, I mean, damn, in one episode, a lot of horror check boxes were checked.
And gore, Christine, you and I both love gore. I thought it was wonderfully animated. What do you think about the use of blood and gore in this?
I thought it was great. I think the only negative thing I could say about it is that I kind of wish that there was more blood in the scene, because it's like it kind of needed a little more. Your body looks a little clean, but it was it was good looking.
I can see.
I don't know if that would work with animation, but looking at real people on screen, it's like, yeah, you're gonna be a mess and it's gonna be red everywhere. But I did enjoy it. Blood spewing everywhere.
Did the eyeball thing get
exciting.
To you? Because I know you don't like your eyes being messed with, and
surprisingly,
I know that
it didn't.
Yeah,
I don't like eyeballs.
Well, that's
touching
straight.
eyeballs, nothing that.
That's straight from Evil Dead 2. The ending, yeah, like completely.
Yep. I had a thought. I was going to say something about not Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, and then it just went out of my mind. Oh well. Anyways, I love the gore and horror, or gore and blood. Brian, can you think of something comparable in anime with this level of not just the amount, but I would say the intense usage, like the perfectly execute. It's not gory just for gore's sake. It's I don't know. Talk. besides me.
I don't know if as far as compare. I mean, this is taking it, like you said, cranking it up to 11. Obviously, I'm a big Berserk fan. There's a lot of brutality and gore and violence, but even that's a slight. Well, the animes have been slightly more grounded. This is insane. I'm like, this is on another level. So no.
Awesome. So yeah, in the comments, people bringing up the Leatherface, and things like that. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is cool, but what I really liked is them pointing out some movie references in the opening. Brian, did you catch any? I'll let you know what's in this comment.
So
after.
yeah, let me know what's in the comment. I was on Twitter earlier, and that was actually trending, and I was able to glance at it briefly and see that people were doing breakdowns, but I didn't have enough time to really dig into it. But I didn't catch it as I was watching it.
What did you think of the OP song and the art?
It was insane. Like, because I'm sitting there, what the hell is this? Like, I like the song. The art is fantastic. Yeah, man, this show is. I mean, it's so fast paced, but yet at the same time, simple. At least so far, we're only one episode in.
Yeah.
As far as the emotional story that they're telling, so
Big Lebowski with the bowling ball, of course.
Yeah, there you go.
Shining the ball. I love that. It's a classic. It's a classic movie as well. The No Country for Old Men. I'm not quite sure what the reference was on that one. And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Constantine, and even usage of Dante's Divine Comedy in the painting towards the end. So obviously this comes from a movie buff. This comes from someone with a deep love, and a team with a deep love of film, and I can see that coming through. But one of the things I noticed in the OP, Christine, is it's a normal life. It's Denji and his co-workers. I'm not saying that they're gonna necessarily have a normal life, but that's kind of the feel. I almost thought, is this gonna be is this gonna be similar to Spy Family, where it's this crazy slice of life with these action-packed points? I don't think it's going to be on the same level as Spy Family's amount of slice of life, but that's what he was wanting, right? And that's what you kind of see in the OP. What do you think?
Yeah. I'd have to go back and look at it again because there's like so much going on. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna get to see it because obviously they gave it away. But yeah, looking forward to seeing more.
What do you think, Brian? Is it just movie references, or are we going to see Denji living a good normal life?
I'm not sure yet. But like you said, clearly a film buff. All that stuff was wild. I hope it appears. Some of it appears in the show. I don't know.
What about
maybe moments of it where it's he gets to have some taste of it, but I don't know, because we don't know where it's going. So
isn't he on a Dodley show at one point?
Yeah, in the OP, and there's been this meme on the internet for months now that Makima, the girl, I'm guessing the pink-haired girl, talks about Denji will get, or you, the audience, gets XYZ, and in return she gets a new dog. So I haven't understood the meme until I'm getting some context now, but we'll see how that goes out. That is an interesting aspect of it that we didn't discuss before we talk a little bit. I guess before we final things out, the idea of him hooking up with these devil hunters and the humans, I don't trust her completely. I mean, he's trading one slave master essentially for another with, a step up in accommodations.
He's moving up in the world.
Yeah. There's some chateau slavery terms we could use, but I'm gonna stay away from them. But yeah, I don't quite know how to feel about her yet. I think she's gonna be very, very powerful in some way, whether that's just influence or real power. I don't know how you. Let's ask the lady. What are you feeling?
I didn't quite feel that because I don't have enough to go on yet. But so far, it's just seems more like I'm gonna be your new boss if you want. Have some jam. So
I love that. It's such a simple thing that they keep playing with. What are you thinking about the Devil Hunters and the boss?
I'm excited just to see where it goes. I want to talk about tying into the whole aspect of a female coming in and sort of taking him. Look, the greatest line in the whole show is him sitting back. He wants jam on bread to share with his pet. He wants to find a pretty girl, play video games, and then fall asleep in each other's arms. And it's just like the way that all played out. And that's something that he's dreaming of and that he wants. And now, okay, we're introducing this character. Is that going to tie in? Or is it going to be someone else? I don't know. But that was a very central theme. It also is that he is looking for some kind of bonding to a girl.
Yeah.
Some friends.
Yeah, because like when we were watching it, like my first reaction was like, why don't you kind of work on getting yourself up a little? Only living off of bread. But yeah, I mean, what we've just been talking about is his outlook on life is a lot more positive than another person in his position. The average being set in his life would be very down and obviously not thinking that way, but the fact that he can dream and stuff, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, being able to maintain the ability to look for a bright side is a big deal. Very cool. The art overall, we'll talk more about it at the end of the season or series. Hopefully, this is multiple seasons. I have no idea how much is in the manga. But I loved it. I made fun of the CGI at the beginning because that's just what I do. I dig at CGI so much in live action. It's just a joke in anime unless it's actually really, really bad and is a joke itself. But I found everything to just look so good, so smooth, so fluid. The anime is always done really, really well with motion, and this just again amped it up. The fight scene is phenomenal. Dude, talk about a brilliant bloodbath there in that fight. I don't think I could find anything to nitpick at with the animation at all.
No.
So, and music, we mentioned the OP. It's fine. It fits. It's not one that I'm going to be adding to my playlist as of right now, and that doesn't mean that it's bad in any way.
It may grow on you.
It may grow on me. I like Christine's joke about she was like, what did they take for that OP to have? It's like they took the snail, the glowing snail. They ate snail or licked it, something. Licking frogs.
Yeah, something. But it was cool.
It was. Ending theme, I like the kind of, more hard rock style ending. I dug that. What do you think of that, or is it even in your mind, Brian? Could you even hear
I did
theme?
watch it. I listened to it, but I was sitting there just in awe as I was watching it. So, yeah.
I think knowing how much movie references went into some of this stuff, I think I actually want to watch the first episode again. Like,
This
I think
is something I could absolutely rewatch.
Yeah, I think this is something that I might rewatch shortly in the next couple of days just to reabsorb it all. It's gonna be a fun season, guys. Any other thoughts on Chainsaw Man episode 1?
No, I don't think I have anything else to add.
Brian?
Yeah, I hit all the beats that I wanted to.
We loved it, guys, and we're gonna be covering it for the rest of the season here on the GenreVerse Podcast Network and YouTube channel. Christine and I will also be doing the AVR squared reactions for it. If Brian ever has a Tuesday off or something like that and can join us, he will make the efforts, but his schedule is a lot more normal than mine. or hours. However, Brian does do AVR Squared with us for Spy Family on Saturdays, so you guys can check that out. There's 2 episodes of it up right now, as well as Spy Family's getting AVR reviews as well. Christine and I are doing reactions to Beast Tamer and The Eminence in Shadow as well. We reserve the right to dump Beast Tamer if it is not better after episode 3, and then maybe switch it with another ecchi anime. There's that one with like the we saw last night where she where they go to like a school and they make couples as part of an assignment, and she was like, give me the goodbye kiss, and he got all flustered and actually did it, and she's like, I didn't mean on the lips. That might be one to look at. But lots of content. Leave some suggestions down below on seasonals that you might want us to check out, chit chat about. We've got shows that cover Marvel on Marvel Multiverse Mayhem. I'm currently reviewing She-Hulk. Oh God, with Nick. Thankfully it's over this week. I'm sorry. The Cantina doing Andor, and then of course Daily Cup of Genre Breaking Geek to cover everything else in entertainment, geek and pop culture news. Review of The Rings covers the Rings of Power. We've got Genre Shot trailer reactions, guys. We got a lot of content for you. All of the podcasts go up on all your favorite apps like Spotify and Google and Sounder is our new distributors. Stitcher. There's the other S word that I was missing. And all of that can, of course, be found at lrmonline.com. Check out the LRM Online YouTube channel for celebrity interviews, and the website, of course, has written reviews, news articles, opinion pieces, and so much more. Brian, tell them about your YouTube channel.
Channel's PulpMythos. A lot of horror content coming. A Hellraiser review will be up this week.
Nice.
Very excited for I just love this season. A lot of films I'm going to be talking about, so check it out.
Indeed. All right, guys, that's it until the next one. We'll see you later. Bye.